Hey everybody, this is Cinco coming to you on August 18th, 2025. Had someone in one of the Telegram chats say that they weren't too sure how to do a firmware revert on their AxeOS, so I figured I'd just do a quick little video on this. It's really not hard. The reason why you would do this is, let's say that you updated to like 2.9.0, the latest release, and you found that your Gamma is not running as well as it did on one of the previous versions, okay? So you want to revert. So not a big deal. If I'm assuming here that if you're watching this, you already know how to install a firmware update, but now we're going to back it off. The firmware updates are easy because you just got to click these little buttons right here. It downloads it, and then you just click the go buttons, tell it where to look in your downloads, and boom, it goes up, right? Kind of the same thing, except we're going to do a couple extra steps here so that way we can do a firmware reversion. So what I'm going to do on this example here is I'm going to bring this particular Gamma that we're looking at on my little Chromebook, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but it's probably going to be easier for you on your computer. But on my Chromebook, I have this, it's connected to my the AxeOS on this Gamma. It's at 2.9.0. So I just went ahead over into Google. I typed in GitHub Bitaxe, and this came github-bitaxe.org. This came up. I went over to github.com/bitaxe.org. It pulls up the main repository for everything for the Bitaxe open source project. Okay, so from here, just scroll down. We get through hardware. We go to firmware. We want this link right here, ESP Miner. Okay, so we click that. Once this pulls up, we're going to look over here on the right. It's going to tell you the latest release, which for this one happens to be 2.9.0 on July 1st of this year. But we're looking for an older release. So we're going to click that plus 39 releases. And then we're just going to scroll down till we find the one we want. Okay, so this won't be too hard. Just got to go through it real quick. We're going to go down to 2.7.1, which was about May 5th of this year. WantClue put out an update. It was like a hot fix for a fan issue. Yeah, hot fix fan controller issue. And there it is. So this is the one I want to install. I click that button right there. It brings me to the 2.7.1 sub-repository for this release. And I'm going to scroll down here to the files. And these are the two we want, esp-miner.bin and www.bin. So I'm going to click this, downloads it, click that. It downloads it. Now, all I have to do is go back into my AxeOS. Okay, I'm gonna click. I do them reversed. I do firmware, then I do the OS. So I'm gonna click the firmware button. It's gonna pull up here. I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna open it. It's gonna update it. Okay, now I go to here. I do the www one. .bin. This might take it a second. You just got to let it do its thing. Now, what I generally recommend, guys, is you go ahead and after this is done, I do a restart. I see if everything goes fine. If for some reason it doesn't, sometimes when you do a reversion, it will kind of act a little bit wonky. I unplug it for 5 minutes. I unplug the Bitaxe Gamma for 5 minutes. I plug it back in, and then everything seems to work fine. Okay? So right now you can see here it's kind of like doing its thing because it had to revert the whole OS and everything. So we'll see what happens here. I'll click the button. It comes back up. We'll go to settings. If you notice, the update button is gone now because that was something that was done on a release later than 2.7. So I'm going to go to settings where this would be. I look down here and it says current version 2.7.1. And if I click this button, it's going to tell me 2.9.0 is the latest version. So this is now running 2.7.1 again, this Gamma. So it was literally that simple. So super easy to do. It really is cool that you can go ahead and revert to previous firmwares. It won't break your device. If it stops working correctly, put a different firmware on there. That's the whole point of having the different firmwares in the repositories. You use the one that's best for you. Updating to the newest one isn't always necessary, okay? So if you stay in touch with the community, you'll find out which ones are the best, the most stable for some people, and it's not the same for everyone, okay? Certain ones just seem to work better on other things. So anyway, got that up and running. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and if you guys have any other little helpful videos you need done that I can clarify something, let me know. I'll be glad to put them up, but just a couple steps. So real quick recap, I went into my AxeOS. I went into, well, on 2.9.0, I went into update, but for this it's settings. So I got that prepped. I went over to the github.com/bitaxe.org. I clicked the ESP Miner link, and then I went down to the particular release that I wanted, in this case 2.7.1. I downloaded esp-miner.bin, I downloaded www.bin, and then I went back over into my AxeOS, and I updated the firmware and the website. And that was it. So I hope this was helpful. If you need anything else, give me a holler. But this is Cinco, signing off.